Welcome to Warwick, New York for Gatekeeper and HyzerMedia's combined coverage of the Warwick Disc Golf Championships. Thank you as always to Cosmic Disc Golf, D-Town Disc Golf, and Reaper Disc Supply for making this coverage possible. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth by Dan Brooks-Wells. Dan, who do we have on our card today?
What is going on, everyone? We have Harry Chace sitting at neg 30. We have David Fleck from Woodstock, Connecticut. We have Matt Hammersten from Woodbridge, Virginia. And last but certainly not least, we have Steve Brinster from Warwick, New York. So here we are on hole 10. This is a par 3, 397 feet. That is the short basket you see right there. You have to throw a towering hyzer and swing it over to this blue basket here. The mistake really is going too short and ending up in the early trees, which sometimes there's not even room to pitch it up.
Looks like there's a little straight gap there. Does anybody ever take that, or is it just all big spike hyzer?
All big spike hyzers. From the short pad, there's like this gap on the left side, but some people take it, but most of the time, there's really no need.
Hammer opting for that wide hyzer you mentioned, comes up actually a little deep there, catches some late cabbage, but should have a long circle 2 look coming up. Harry absolutely shredded that front 9, 6 down through 9. Looking to keep that rolling here. Doesn't like that shot out of the hand, though.
That one was a little bit wide. You really need to cut it tighter if you want it to swing over far enough. Going long isn't necessarily the worst. Usually there's a way you can pitch up to the basket. It's really just going short is what you want to avoid. So if this can get around the corner, it should be pretty good. But he does get caught up early. We'll have to see where he ended up.
We didn't mention it on the front 9. I mean, we did mention he is the course designer, but Steve Brinster, 2013 United States champion. I mean, major champ on the card. Got to give him a shout out for that. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And multiple winner of the Warwick championships.
Of course. And he shows you why there. Great shot. Comes up a bit long. Pretty much exactly how you draw it up. It's got a 30-foot comebacker coming up. Yeah, this is that trouble you were talking about.
Yeah, obviously that's not the basket they're going to. I like the roller play. I think if, put down just a little bit better angle, he would have got there, but it's the right idea.
Still going to have a long look coming up. Oh, Harry with a laser on the low ceiling shot comes up just a bit low, catches the cage. Hammer got a circle 2 look coming up as well. Just a bit off. Yeah.
Save his par.
Knocks it down. That is a great putt there from David. Keep himself at 20 under. And in this battle for second place that we're seeing unfold. A rare miss there from Steve. Yeah. Just kind of yanked it.
Yep, so no birdies on the card for this one. And one. No, actually a saved par. So
yeah.
Par frame.
Tricky one to pick up, so.
Can be, yeah. There goes Steve. Pro play, going back and trying to feel out the putt. Hole 11, par 3, 304 feet. You can kind of see how this little stream goes in between all the land here. That is OB. I believe it is staked out with flags. But a putter or a mid, I think a mid gets played a lot here on this left side, and you kind of just want to throw it straight and give yourself a putt. And Matt is doing just that. This looks beautiful. Yeah, it's really hard to get over to the right to give yourself like a closer putt than what Matt has right there.
Yeah, I don't think you would want to, right? Especially if you're throwing the backhand. Just something that finishes nice and straight is pretty good. Or if you're Harry, get this nice late drift. But Kind of lands in that
Hey,
same zone.
yeah, similar spot, and yeah, I mean they're looking at a putt, kind of a death putt into OB land.
Think anybody opts for the forehand here, or is it just a little too risky?
I think people do. I've tried it in the past. I've gone back to the backhand if that tells you anything.
Hmm.
But people definitely opt for the forehand because if you throw a good forehand and you end up going OB, most of the time you go OB like right next to the basket. So they're just like playing that risk reward.
Four pretty solid tee shots from the card. Gonna end up all with kind of scary little just outside the circle looks.
Yeah.
David gonna be up first here. About a 40-footer.
Dead center. Well done. He's getting his putt and rolling a little bit. That's two in a row outside the circle.
Yeah, looking to get a strong finish here on the back nine. Circle's edge there from Steve. Drops it in left side.
Not one to be big putted.
Hammer from 30 feet. Also not one to be big putted. Sneaks that one in over the rim. Wow, Harry. You can see he's kind of smiling there. He knows he's got to make this one for the star frame. All from circle's edge or further. Call this one a 28-footer.
No problem.
Wow.
That's a really good start frame.
Yeah. No kidding.
Right, after the star frame, we're moving on to hole 12. This is a par 3, 324 feet. This is a dogleg left, very, very sharp turn. Getting a 45-foot look at this is tough to do. So if you get it, that's your opportunity. It's really hard to get it any closer than that. The main play is a floaty mid, flip up, and just try and get it right, or left, I mean. Hammer getting caught up a little bit early. We'll see what he has from there. I don't know if he kicked like deep into that.
Yeah, I didn't really see it come down on the right side of the fairway there. It's a nice looking shot from Harry, kind of that best case scenario you talked about.
I mean that might be like 50.
Is there any play at the low skip, or is it just kind of this high floaty shot really your only option?
Well, so I think normally you could, but this weekend they had some flooding or they had a little bit of a drainage issue in that area. It's very muddy, so nothing's really skipping.
Hmm. Makes sense. Nice shot there from Steve as well. Kind of same landing zone there as Harry. Let's see where Matt ended up here. Should be on the right side of the fairway. Tricky little spot.
Well done. I was just with Matt this past weekend, and he was telling me about the commentary at White Rose and how I messed up for his yellow discs. He's got 4 of them that I was kind of mixing up them all, but I'll try and get them right. Sorry, Matt.
Not sure what that one was. I'm gonna guess A2, A3, something in that range.
Either
Probably
that
wrong.
or a distortion.
Oh, that's true. I forgot they have that too.
Yeah, it's a newer one, I think.
Last
Brinster
chance
with
out of
the yes.
birdie on the card. Stevie B knocks it down from circle 2.
What a putt. And to deal with the mud, like you could see he had a little bit of a swamp in front of him and like the ground is very squishy. So like without great footing, he still bangs that down.
It's a great one to pick up. Puts him into a tie for second. 24 down.
Everybody's cleaning up their pars. Everybody leave in the comments. Was this a distortion or is this an A2 from Matt?
And by everyone, he means Matt. Please tell us. Yeah, because the disc he threw on the last hole was yellow, but it was probably like an M4 or something like that, right? So
Yeah, I think he really. I think it's an M3 he really likes,
does
but
an M3 exist?
I think
I
so.
don't know. Tell us in the comments.
Somebody let us know. All right, hole 13. It is a par 4, 447, way uphill. The trouble really is getting out the gap and then maybe landing in one of those two pine trees. But really, you're just trying to blast something out and then kind of have an easy upshot into this open pin.
Yeah, this did play as the easiest hole on the course at a 3.49 average. So as long as you get out the gap, should be in a good position to pick up a birdie. But that might be behind that tree that you mentioned. So could be a
Man,
little tricky
it
there.
is crazy how often people land behind those two trees. And it's like you could land anywhere except there. No.
And that is the other mistake you can't make. I should have said it before they threw their tee shots that this was the easiest hole on the course. Now they're all nervous.
Especially, yeah, Matt was for sure nervous on that shot. Harry, that was a little low. I think he wanted that a little higher, but I mean, he's gonna have a shot right through those trees, up and in as long again. I guess he saw Matt kind of miss, and he's like, "All right, just get it out."
Smooth little backhand there from David as well. Puts him in a similar spot as Harry. See Hammer just, yeah, not a fun spot to be in.
That'll be
But
fine.
yeah, kind of just puts him where a good drive, a decent drive is going to land.
Watch out, cameraman.
Going to go Spike Hyzer right over the top of him. Nicely done recovery shot there. Should be in a
Yeah,
position to grab that par.
definitely not one you want to be putting for par on, but what are you gonna do? Good upshot by David. He'll have a 20-ish foot look at the bird.
Yep. Nice shot from Harry as well. Let's see what Steve's. Okay, so he's not in too terrible of a spot. Got a good amount of room off that tree, so can just dump this Spike Hyzer in there. Comes up a little short, but it'll work.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem for Steve.
A little meat on the bone here for David, but knocks that one down.
Yeah, it was a little bit farther than I thought. That's a couple good putts in a row for him. Once again.
Yeah, putting together a solid back nine here. Had some struggles on the front we saw, but looking to still come away with a solid finish. Hammer taking his time as always.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's a little bit, a little bit more important, right? Like you definitely don't want to bogey the easiest hole in the course, so
It's true. We do
good
got to give a
save.
shout out. Robert Velicki with the
Licky.
only eagle on the day. I'm guessing a bit of a throw-in action because it's a pretty uphill hole, so would be
Yeah.
hard to get an actual putt at it, but still impressive nonetheless.
Yeah, well done. All right, moving on to hole 14. This is a par 4, 737 feet downhill. It is probably the most fun hole on the course. You can throw a backhand, a forehand, a roller off the tee. You want to get it somewhere into this gap or past the gap or right before the gap. And the green is kind of a peninsula surrounded by OB here on the front, the right, and the back side.
Very,
Definitely signature hole for Warwick.
oh yeah, for sure. Max distance line off the tee. It looks a little overturned from Steve.
Yeah, I don't really know what he has from over there. I haven't seen someone play from that side of the brick wall or the stone wall. This is a pretty common play. Blast a forehand out on this left side and let it kind of swing back to the gap.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Puts him right in the middle. Should be set up well for that tunnel upshot into the green. This looks like a slower disc. Just
Yeah,
maybe a
this is
corner
definitely
or
a
a
mid.
mid-range.
Trying to. Damn, Dave.
Really. It's going to quit, I think. Yeah. It was far enough. That shows you how downhill it is. Just didn't get the turn on it that he would have liked. I think this is also a mid from Hammer. Maybe it's that M3.
All right, I my bet is it's an M4. That's
All right.
where my money is.
All right. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to text them.
See if we get a response by the time this commentary is over. A
Yeah.
little overturn from Hammer. We'll see. We'll see what he's got over there. Steve going over the top, maybe?
And it's
That's what you do. I guess from over there. Sounded to have caught something. Not sure where that ended up.
Yeah, I don't know if that worked out as he would have liked. Hammer
And
just going to have to opt for a pitch out.
Yeah, Matt, not sure what that play is. He probably hasn't tried it before, so he's pitching back to the gap. This is ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of a dream drive right here to just have a putter up and into the peninsula.
And it's just parked. That's the pretty textbook. Another kind of tricky lie for Hammer. He's had a lot of these like weird kind of step out shots. That might put him behind that little bushy tree. Could leave a tricky putt.
Yeah, that should be a good save from David. And pretty good spot that Brinster landed.
Yeah, I was worried he didn't clear that, that wall of trees that he was trying to go over, but did end up out in the open. Hammer just a bit high, catches the, maybe a bit low. A little off on the putt, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate bogey. Gave himself a chance to save par, but just unable to connect on the putt. Steve with a very nice par save. If I'm ever over on that side, I guess that's what I'm trying. Why not?
Yeah, it's an option, that's for sure. As long as you've got the pop to get it up and over that first set of trees. Pretty much smooth sailing from there.
Steve taking a 2-stroke lead over Matt on that hole. We are moving on to hole 15. This is a par 4, 633 feet. Got to get out this gap over that rock wall. Landing zone is somewhere right around here. And the basket is into the left. Navigate these trees here. And we should be able to see the basket here soon over this rock wall. So a lot of the upshots, if it gets to that rock wall by the basket, you're looking at maybe like a 22 to 25 foot putt. This is early, but gets a fantastic kick out into the fairway.
Wow, great break there for Harry. Keeps him in the middle. This looks early released from Steve as well.
Yeah. A little bit of a miscue. That is going to be, I think that's going to be a tough par save. See if he can get it done. And same mistake by David. Maybe there is something going on with the tee pad.
Yeah, these guys just struggling to hit this gap.
So here's an opportunity for Matt to get a stroke or two on Steve. And he kind of shows you the ideal drive there.
Yeah, nice shot. Nice controlled little hyzer flip there. Able to bite off a good amount of distance. I think that was David.
Yeah, that was a good out.
Yeah, just get something out in the open, give himself a chance.
Yeah, I think Steve is trying to really get it to where Matt's drive landed, I would think. That's well done. He's on the right side, which gives him a better angle into the green.
Harry having to opt for a cut roller after his drive kind of landed a little short. We'll see. It looks like it was on a decent angle.
I think it got caught up on that one of those guardian trees right there. But I love the play.
Yeah,
I
like
think
the creativity.
yeah, absolutely. I think David's a little short on the right side, but he might have a long circle two look. And you can see Matt giving himself the perfect landing zone, has a straight shot into the green, but a little bit of an early release there.
Now he's just taunting us by throwing that yellow mid-range on like
Yeah.
every shot.
Come on, Hammer.
All right, so Steve put himself into a good spot. Gonna opt to go up and over yet again. The fairway in the sky
Yeah,
comes down a
I've
little
seen that
short, right?
play. Yeah, that's kind of a common. I think I think that happens a decent amount when people try that play. It's a really it gets really tight once you get closer to the green. But Harry pitching up, he should be within 20 feet. Yeah. All right, I'm pretty confident that is a distortion now that I'm really looking at it. Um,
Yeah, I think you're right.
yeah.
Outside look here for Steve. Little turnover putt there.
That little
All
blue
right.
putter Steve has, absolutely so fun to watch him throw. Whenever I play with him, he barely needs to put any energy on it, and it just floats forever. I think he's had it. I don't even know how long he's had that, but it's quite fun to watch him throw. But a good bogey putt from David that could have got away from him quick.
This is for par, I believe, for Hammer. I think Steve's going to be dropping a stroke as well with a bogey there. So grows the lead yet again. Going to be 9 strokes for Harry with just 3 holes left. Gotta like his chances.
I certainly do. Hole 16, par 3, 400 feet. Tight gap off the tee, and then it's a low ceiling after that. And then you got to get over this stone wall to this blue basket here. So a lot of the times I see a roller to kind of get to the wall or try and hop over it, which you'll see Harry try here. And this is cut a little early, but it's in no danger of having a tricky upshot, which is why I think a lot of people throw it.
Yeah, just need to make sure you commit to the cut, especially with this kind of right to left sloping hill. It's easy for the disc to kind of get away from you. Hammer just opting for the air shot, but too many late branches to get through.
Yeah, and so far, 3 for 3. I think Matt was trying for a roller. I just think he didn't turn over enough.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's kind of a common play right there. He'll have, I think it's like a 45, 50-foot look from there.
Yeah. Or we're going to see one forehand out of David. Just trying to flex it down there, but doesn't quite get it around that tree. I like the idea, just didn't quite turn it enough out of the hand.
Just a
So,
little chip sidearm. Leaves
yeah.
himself a 20-footer. Yep, easy does it.
Yeah, Harry now just needs to kind of just a couple pars, walk this one in. This other guy's on the card battling for second place. This
Yeah.
putt here for Steve could go a long way in locking that down. Just a bit high.
Just at the top. Yeah, I'm not sure what the field is doing right now, but as far as we're concerned, it's a battle between Matt, David, and Steve for second.
Yes, David Fleck. David,
And the last 2 holes we have are quite exciting as well. But first, Matt for his par putt. Oh no,
Oh,
that is uncharacteristic of Matt.
yeah. Don't see him miss too many of those.
No. But that lengthens Steve's grip on second place with 2 to play. As Steve drops in his par. Right, hole 17 is a par 4, 747 feet. This is probably one of the only holes where you can just really let it rip. You are trying to throw as far as you can on this drive, kind of landing somewhere here, and you can see the blue basket up on the hill there a little bit. The right side is the property line, and that plays OB. So yeah, let it rip.
Yeah, good to see. Harry throws very far, so we will see just how much he can get on this one.
Quite a bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I
smoke.
have seen it is. I have seen people go be off the drive on the right, but it's not common at all. Did that get over the hill?
I don't think it did. Just a little low out of the hand from Steve. The one mistake you just can't make on this one. I guess or going OB right, but nice shot there from David. Puts himself in the middle.
Expect Hammer to kind of let out a little frustration. See how far he pumps this one out. Yeah. That's a good rip. And if Steve did not get over the hill, then Matt potentially has a chance to pick up a stroke. So this is reachable, I believe, with like a perfect shot.
Yeah, still pretty downhill other than that last little bit, so puts it on a decent line.
Yep.
But
It doesn't
I don't
look
know
like
if
he's
yeah.
yeah, he's not really gonna have a look at the basket, I don't think. I could be wrong, but that angle looked tough.
Just kind of came up a bit short left. Not really. Probably won't have a line. It's looking like a good line from Hammer. Leaks out a little left at the end, but sneaks through to inside the circle.
Yeah, with one of those yellow discs we were talking about.
Another mystery yellow disc. This needs to fade. And
Perfect.
it does.
Yeah. I wish I could be this close to the basket after my tee shot. Go in.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, Harry. He's just playing. He's just having fun.
Yeah, why not? When you
Yeah.
got 9 strokes to work with, why not give it a run for the eagle with 2 holes left? Well,
So here's
forehand.
Matt. Yeah, here's Matt to pick up a stroke on Steve.
Yeah, you're not
Gets
going
it
to see
done.
him miss 2 of those in a row, that's for sure.
Yeah, now he's kicking himself a little bit harder for that last missed putt. But all you can do is keep going.
Yep, looking to finish strong. Nice birdie from David. 2 strokes separating these other 3 guys on our card. But now 10 strokes separating this man from the rest of them.
Right. Hole 18. This is a beauty to end on. This is a par 5, 900 feet. You have to play a shot out the gap to the landing zone somewhere around here. The best shots get up to that stone wall. You then have to navigate these pine trees up to another landing zone right about here. The road on the left is all OB. Parking lot is OB. And then here is a open green where wind comes into play. I would think this is another signature hole for Warwick. This is one of the ones I think about when I think about coming up to play this.
Yeah, definitely a pretty neat finishing hole on this course. Great drive there for Harry.
Yeah. I'm sure he wanted to, something like you kind of want to flip it up as it's riding. You can kind of see the gap from here. This needs to get left. Yeah, he's going to be cut off from there. But you kind of want to have like a fairway driver that flips up through its flight and rides this downhill and gets kind of to the stone wall. Yep. He should have a gap to work with there.
Yeah, leaked out a little left. See if Steve can show us how it's done. This looks nice out of the hand.
Yeah, that might have been a little higher than he wanted. Similar spot to Matt. Playing a little match play, him and Matt.
Yeah, like you said, little cut off here from David, but puts down this forehand cut roller on a pretty great angle.
I don't know about
But
that.
It's a little left.
Yeah, he's got a lot of branches to work with there. If this turns up, this is going to be amazing. Get in bounds. That is incredible. He's past the row of guardian trees and has a clear shot up into the basket. That's ideal.
Harry not slowing down on his way to the finish line at all. Hammer going for the roller as well.
I'm like nervous that wasn't. Yeah, I don't know if that got to the ground quick enough.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Might have caught some of those branches on its way down. Yeah. Ceiling is just so low. This is almost the only option.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And you know Steve's done that. He's done that once or twice.
Oh yeah.
That was fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, David just never quite got back to the right where he needed to find that gap, but that's a really nice forehand. To get him back out into the open should be a pretty, not should be, it is a wide open up and down from there, so should be able to save the par.
This needs to flex back, and it does. He really, I don't think he has a putt look at it, but maybe a little toss in try.
Yeah, a little 100-footer or so. After that great roller, Harry just has this 250 feet or so.
It's a huge pressure shot for Harry to end the tournament. Whoa!
Clutch!
Harry. Oh, man.
It's going to be a tap in to get him to 35 under par. Oh, Steve trying to dunk it there.
I think he won. He's like, yeah, I'll take the CTP on the last hole. You can have the win, but...
Trying to lock up second place.
That'll be a good save by David. Matt did have a jumper.
Yeah, a little 70-footer or so, something like that. I mean, not a bad round from Matt, David, or Steve, you know. I mean, obviously they all had their struggles, but I mean, that guy, nobody was beating that man today.
No. Not at all. I think he won last year in a similar manner where he just dominated.
Yeah, this is Harry Chace's tournament to lose, and he did not disappoint. About to tap it in. Back-to-back Warwick Disc Golf Championship champion. Harry Chace.
Go. Well done, Harry.
Gets the congratulations from the course designer himself as we take a look at the shot of the round. Really, two shots of the round. Harry Chace playing the par 4 14th to perfection, picking up a drop in birdie on his way to a 10-stroke victory over the field here. Yeah, quite impressive indeed. Taking a look at the leaderboard. There you go. Snuck in a top 10 finish yourself, Dan Brookswells. Nicely done. Congrats to everybody else in the top 10. At this tournament, thank you to the Norse gods as well as our Patreon family for making this coverage possible. This was our last collaborative event of the year. We've got some off-season content coming up soon, so make sure to subscribe and check it out when it comes out. But until then, for Dan Brookswells, I'm Nathan Johnson. See ya.